what time it is.
What time is it?
Yeah, I already know what's up in terms of lessons. And
the lessons turns to blessings.
Time.
Again. Yes, they do.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you go first.
So, you know, I thought, had the idea, really the production team had the idea, right? You know, like, that's not the dope, right? Yeah, the production team, we were sitting in our pre-production meeting. we all came up with this beautiful idea. I'm telling you, the idea was amazing. So, but no, on a serious note, how fast time goes by, right? So in the production meeting, we were sitting down, I know you were there, we're talking to the audience, and we didn't know, like, man, this is like about the third year anniversary from us being shut down with COVID. And like, I mean, what better place to go to from lessons? I feel like everybody, we were forced to learn so much about ourselves. Not even just with the shutting down from COVID, just this whole 3-year window with, you know, none of us ever thought that we were gonna like live in a time where like you couldn't go to the grocery store. Or if you had to go to the grocery store, it was only minimal people allowed, and it made it scared to communicate with anybody. Like if you were in the grocery store or if you going to the gas pump and somebody hit a double cough, like one cough you got my attention. Like you don't mess around and like, boy, what? What is it on Monster Inc? I mean, we got a white sock man, get him. You want to come out, spray him down, hose him down, like to the point where, but even that, like it forced you to be with yourself. And then, you know, touching back on a little deeper from what I said before, to me, I thought I was like okay with having like limited interaction with people. Like I was cool with my same little small circle, doing the same small things. I'm cool with my routine. Like I don't need, at least I thought, I don't need all this excess social interaction. I'm an introvert. I'm cool with me. Until like the world shut down and the opportunity was like taken away from me. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm introverted, but like, I mean, if I, you know, at that time, you know, I was drinking and things, like if I want to go out for a drink, like I might not want to talk to everybody in here, but I want to see y'all having fun. Like, yeah. I'm going to play the corner with my drink and watch. I'm like, but I want to feel the social energy. I might not necessarily want to be involved, but I want to watch. And with like all of that stuff being taken away, like for myself, that was like a wake-up call. Like, man, like I got to put way more value and stock into like my relationships, into like these people that I care about. Cause like, man, like I thought I was okay by myself and that I never really needed it. And that like, hey man, you know, life happens, you keep moving, until like life happened and it was like, yo, humble pie. Like, you know, and another thing, man, like a lot of people, you know, everyone was just testing in so many different ways. Yeah. Like so many relationships didn't make it out of COVID. So many relationships started with COVID. So many businesses like started. So many businesses collapsed. You know, definitely. It really was like what you chose to make out of it. So you know, I think, because I mean I could really like talk about this for like so long. Because it's interesting. Like it's so, well, at least for me, it's so interesting. Like it's multi-layered. Like man, like you know, I learned so many different things. So what I'm going to do is, instead of saying like a bunch of stories, the top 3 biggest things I've learned is that man, like value all your interactions. Like, you know, don't take anything for granted. That would be number 2. Don't take nothing for granted, because you don't know, it could all be taken away. Like, you know, and you don't think that it can, but like it really, you could wake up and stuff can be different. And number 3, love. Without going into too much detail. No, look, right, although it was shaky, right, like, you know, COVID forced, like, you know, like you love your partner, but you don't spend every day with them. Like, you work, you're gone, you do this and that. Like, COVID, my wife and I, like, we really had to, like, sit in the house together with, like, all the kids. And it was like, like, whoa, like, you really like to do that? Like, we was learning stuff about each other. Like, do you know that you do this, and that? Like, I never noticed that. Like, well, yeah, I usually spend 12 hours out the house a day at work, but now we're home.
Yeah, that was kind of.
But while it got rough, I mean, it turned our relationship into something beautiful. So, you know, that's enough for me, and you know, I could get long-winded. What COVID do for you, man? What's the lessons you got out of it?
What COVID, summertime lessons. You know, on that journey, I really came up with that quote, because COVID came with what I say is divine timing. You know, when people really needed to know themselves, need to look in the mirror, need to see their spouse or go through whatever they had to go through inside, you know, learn each other in a different level to be able to come who they need to be. So me, COVID really, like, I'm an introvert, so COVID did what I needed, you know, to fine-tune myself, you know, look at myself in the mirror, you know, become the better version of myself, start to understand myself that I was more than a football player, you know what I'm saying, and it was a blessing. You know, COVID was like a journey, you know, where God sat us down to realize how precious life is, you know. People was taking it more of, you know, in all respects to people that died and all that stuff, man, I sent my prayers to everybody in their family, but it was bigger meaning than that, man. It was God seeing the world being so distracted by everything else and forgetting about Him.
Yeah.
You know? And when you're in isolation, that's all you got is Him and yourself, you know what I'm saying, to look at and understand. So that's what really taught me, you know. It took me through a spiritual journey. It made me realize who's most important, you know, who I really value and what's distracting me in my life, taking off my divine purpose. So COVID was kind of a blessing, you know, and I ain't trying to disrespect nobody out there, you know, because COVID was a lot of trauma and hurt to others, you know. Thankfully, none of my family was affected by COVID. Of course, some got sick, but I'm talking about in the other manner, you know.
Yeah.
But truly, it kind of taught me how to love me, find who I truly am, and develop into who I am today. So I'm grateful. So I don't want to say kudos to shout out COVID, but, you know what I'm saying, man. Thank you for that timing, you know, because at the time I needed that most. So yeah, man, shout out. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. But it's blessings. Okay, blessings. Whatever you got out of that, man, a business, you know, a better relationship with yourself or with another person, even if you had to go through another situation, a hard time, you know, hopefully you find that lesson, you know, through that suffering and turn into a blessing, you know.
That's something y'all should put in the comments, right down there below. What did COVID do for y'all? You know, I think that's, we're interested in reading. We'd like to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.